Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, live to the Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. I am DJ Lion, proud to be here tonight alongside of Michael D'Amico, bringing you live coverage of the All-Pro Racing bi-weekly 50/50 Series All-Star Race. We're going to go 100 laps here today for $60 up for grabs for the winner here tonight. So 100 laps at Darlington Raceway to crown the winner of the 2015 All-Star Race. We have a few drivers here tonight, a couple new drivers that got in via some qualifying races that happened earlier this afternoon and earlier this evening. You usually see the All-Star Racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but we're a little different here at the All-Pro Racing League. We're at Darlington, the Lady in Black, ready to go tonight as qualifying has just gotten underway. Standard straight up qualifying for the drivers that are in the race right now. Practice times were pretty close up front. Seth DeMerchant and Kenny Baum Jr. With a 27.8 and only separated by a couple 100ths of a second right there. So qualifying is underway. We have 13 cars here tonight. Now you might think 13 cars, not a huge turnout. It's just enough to put on one heck of a show. If you were with us to watch the qualifying races, you saw a last lap, last corner pass, wreck, and win backwards across the racetrack. Absolutely a fantastic finish, and we're going to replicate that here tonight. Caution flags are on, 100 laps. So while everyone's in qualifying, I'm going to go ahead and thank our sponsors for tonight, the bi-weekly 50/50 Series All-Star Race being brought to you by Over the Tops Designs and Paint. Mr. John Hedrick out there used to be the paint shop. Now it's Over the Top Designs and Paints. Find them on Facebook and on the iRacing forums. Some great paint jobs, and a lot of the paint jobs you see here tonight done by Over the Top Designs and Paints, and by Apache Graphics and Race Designs. Thanks a whole bunch to them for everything they have done for the All-Pro Broadcasting Network and All-Pro Racing. All the new graphics and overlays you see on the screen here tonight being brought to you by Apache Graphics and Race Designs. And of course, All-Pro Racing, you want to check us out on the internet, all-pro-racing.com. We have racing. Well, we pretty much race every night of the week. Our league races are every other Sunday. Monday will be tomorrow night with the Top Notch Truck Series, and Tuesdays with the Super Late Models. And hearing we're going to add another series, maybe replacing the Super Late Model Series, maybe adding a completely different one. Stay tuned and stay updated on the Facebook and on the website and on Facebook to see where we're going from here. And if you would like your race, your league, or any type of pickup race broadcasted by us here at the All-Pro Broadcasting Network, go ahead and shoot Michael D'Amico a message, and we'll be glad to help you out. A new addition tonight as far as the race goes. Greg Webb, a former winner here. I believe Greg won at Bristol earlier this year, the big race we had out there. No, it was Daytona. The big race that we had out there, Greg won that. I believe it was 75 to win, and he showed up with about 2 minutes left in qualifying. So adding another one to the list tonight, 14 drivers here, and qualifying time starting to roll in right now. And I tell you what, Seth DeMerchant picked up over 2/10 of a second from his practice time. Practice time at a 27.867, and he qualified at a 27.631. Currently 2/10 of a second faster than the next fastest driver, who is Damon Gilbert. And we're waiting on Trevor Aswerna. He was sitting 10th in practice, has not taken a qualifying time, and Greg Webb has not taken a qualifying time yet as well. So we're going to wait for them to come in. So if you like what you see tonight and you want to keep up with more of the All-Pro Broadcasting Network and All-Pro Racing, join us after the race tonight. Join us tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. Always a full field, always fantastic racing. We're going to be at Fontana, the California Speedway, 2 miles wide, 4 or 5 wide. Should be exciting. We get a points battle coming down to the very end between Garrett Smithley, Logan Clampett, and a few others. So if you like what you see tonight, and even if you don't, tune in tomorrow for some more of me talking on the microphone and these guys racing on the track. Should be a lot of fun. So qualifying still going on. Doesn't look like Asronoth or Webb are going to take time. So the field is set right now. Official Don King, Ryan Eckstein, the official as well. Those guys in race control tonight, making everything go as smoothly as possible. And of course, we hope you enjoy the show. As Michael mentioned out there, we are racing the Gen 6 cars here tonight. The bi-weekly 50-50 series runs the Gen 6 cars. Ryan Eckstein puts on a great show here. The All-Pro Racing is more like a conglomerate of different... they're all the same league, but it's like a conglomerate of different leagues put together that run on each different night. We're a community. We have different things going on, but every night we come together and we race. So the Gen 6 cars here tonight. So qualifying is over, and we're going to get down to do the starting lineup right now. Starting on the front row, car number 32 on the pole, the Axe Coca-Cola Chevrolet of Seth D. Marchant with a 27.631, 0.2 of a second faster than the entire field. So that he's going to be tough to beat tonight. Starting on his outside, series veteran in the number 68, Damon Gilbert. He's in that Triton-sponsored machine to Seth's outside. On the inside of row number 3, newcomer tonight and winner of a qualifying race earlier today, the number 2, the Maxwell Welders sponsored machine of Kenny Baum Jr. with a 27.935. Into his outside, in the 4th spot, the number 25, that is Teddy Wisniewski with a 28.094. Rolling off in the 5th spot, the Pone Gaming Motorsports, number 9, of Daniel E. Eberhardt. And his outside, in the 6th spot, the All-Pro Racing sponsored machine, the number 22, that is Ryan Eckstein. Rolling off in the 7th position is going to be the number 53, the Napa Awareness of, Assurance of Quality. There you go. Napa Assurance of Quality. I couldn't read that. That cursive writing, man. It's getting to me. That is the number 53 of Carl Burke. In his outside, the number 4 car, Carter Johnson. No sponsor on that car here tonight. 8th spot with a 28.435. Inside of row number 5 will be the number 97. That is Darren Sizemore. Into his outside in the 10th spot, the number 27 of Christopher Mattis. Inside of row number 6, the number 11, the 23 of Donald King. Into his outside, the Angry Cat sponsored machine, the multicolored number 89 of Matthew Quick. The last 2 spots here tonight, row number 7, going to be filled by the number 7 of Trevor Asronoth and the number 54 of Greg Webb. Those 2 drivers electing not to take time and will push the field. So Seth D. Marchant and Damon Gilbert side by side into turn number 3 behind the pace car. 60 miles per hour, waiting for the green flag to drop. 2 by 2 by 2. Here we go. Pace car is in, and D. Marchant with a huge run. He gets a great start, a rolling start. Went when the pace car dropped, and he's going to put at least 12 car lengths on the field as they hit turn number 1. And Gilbert's going to fall back. He's in a battle now back there for the 5th spot. He's going to settle in 5th. Ryan Eckstein lets him in. Teddy Wisniewski going to go around him into 4th. 3rd place up for grabs right now between Kenny Baum Jr. and Daniel E. Eberhardt. The battle for second out of turn number 4 as they cross the start finish line. Lap number 1 in the books. No one being able to touch Seth the Marchant now with that great start that he had. Remember, iRacing lets you go. As soon as the pace car pulls in, you can go, and if the league does not designate a rule package as far as where to start, you can go as soon as you did, and Damon Gilbert caught sleeping big time on that restart, and he's back in 5th under pressure from Ryan Eckstein. Darren Sizemore currently running in the 7th spot. 8th, Donald King in the number 23. There's a big gap back to him, and then an even bigger gap back to the number 27 of Christopher Mattis running in the 9th spot. And behind him, Carter Johnson, Trevor Asranoff. I saw this car in practice, and growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, watching Cartoon Network, the Powerpuff Girls was always on, and as I talk about him, he hits the wall. Don't screw up that car, Trevor. The Powerpuff Girls, the Sierra Mist, I believe, is on there as well. A 90s throwback at number 7, looking good. Trevor Asranoff currently running in 10th. Behind him, Greg Webb, the gentleman out of Tennessee, really big into go-kart racing. He's running that Monster-sponsored number 54. These cars a little different than the go-karts that he's involved with, but he still knows how to get around this track. Greg Webb in the number 54. Behind him, Carl Burke running in the number 13 spot, the car number 53. And then Matthew Quick behind him in the 89. And we got a car, blowing up already. The 27, Christopher Mattis. Some heavy damage to the left side of his car, and the motor is puking black smoke all the way down the front stretch. And some heavy damage for the number 27, No Yellow, as he's going to take his car down to pit road, and looks like he might be out of this event. Tough break for Christopher Mattis. The All-Star race, the Darlington Stripe, Lady in Black, however many adjectives you want to put in front of what happened, bit him early. He's going to use his 1 free reset, and he's going to be back out underway, albeit 2 or 3 different laps down. So it looks like that Daniel Eberhardt has reeled in Seth the Marchant just a little bit. The battle for the lead maybe starting to get a little more interesting. 9/10 of a second last time by, as they're pulling away a little bit from Ken Baum Jr. in the number 2. We're going to keep it. Yes, Daniel is closing that gap. He is the fastest car on the track right now, and these two drivers, the 2 fastest cars on the track, as they now have a 2-second gap back to the 3rd place. And you're going to see a lot of these drivers tonight getting up into the outside wall. A lot of scrapes and tire marks, beating and banging. And it looks like that might have just happened to our leader in the number 32, as now the gap shrinks. Actually, it grew a little bit. Call me a liar on live TV. It doesn't matter. Seth the Marchant still the fastest car on the track. They trade back and forth. 1 lap, Eberhardt's the fastest. 1 lap, the Marchant's the fastest. But these 2 cars in a class of their own right now. No real battles going on the track until you get back to the 10th spot between Trevor Asranoff, and now as I say that, he lets Greg Webb go by. Asranoff seen a little contact with the outside wall. And Greg Webb now getting the seat time in and getting a feel for the track, and he's going to start moving forward. Next up on his list is going to be the number 4 car, Carter Johnson. Is falling back now into the clutches of Greg Webb, and Asranoff there as well. Oh, we talk about Greg Webb, and he's into the outside wall. And spinning down into the inside wall again, and the yellow flag is going to come out. Greg Webb got loose out of the corner, overcorrected it, and shot down into the inside wall, as we're going to run a replay right now. IRTVO instant replay heading your way here in just a second. Greg Webb bringing out caution number 1 here at Darlington Raceway. You see the replay. Oh, we went a little too far ahead. We're going to rewind it here and show you exactly what happened. Here we go. And yeah, he just got loose, overcorrected into the outside wall, then shot down into the inside wall. Kaboom! And that's all she wrote. So Greg Webb brings out caution number 1 here, and let's see if we can see some pit stops happen, if anybody's going to make their way down pit road. And it looks like your leaders are all coming in. Here comes Seth DeMerchant, Daniel Eberhardt in as well. Ken Baum, he got passed by Teddy Wisniewski right there, so back into the 4th spot. All the leaders heading towards pit road for 4 tires and fuel. We're going to watch the race coming off here. So we got about just every sponsor we can on that number 32. Energizer, Clorox, Coca-Cola, Axe, Target. Hey man, whatever works, that car is looking good. Here we go, down on pit road. He's coming to a stop. Going to be a 4-tire change. Darlington Speedway. Tough, tough, tough. On the rubber. No changes for the top 2 drivers. Anybody going to take a chance? Maybe get 2 tires? Nope. Down and away, Seth DeMerchant. And the big winner off of pit road is going to be the number 25 of Teddy Wisniewski, who moves up into the 2nd spot from 4th. Daniel Eberhardt going to go back to 3rd. Don King possibly with a 2-tire change. That number 23 with those blue rims making his way up towards the front. He's going to be back up there behind Daniel Eberhardt. So as these drivers work their way back around to get behind the pace car and do a couple more laps, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here in just a second. Don't go anywhere. This is the All-Pro Broadcasting Network, the All-Pro bi-weekly series All-Star Race live from Darlington Raceway. We'll be back in a minute.
Started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
And we're back now just in time for the restart. 2 drivers did not pit that last time. Carter Johnson and Carl Burke, the 4 and the 53. Burke has a little bit of damage to that right front, and on old tires, 15-lap old tires, we're going to see how that works out. A much cleaner start this time, and green flag's out. We're back underway. Carter Johnson gets the good run down into turn number 1. DeMerchant going to follow in behind him to the top now, getting past wildly down on the inside, getting freight trained now. And DeMarchant going to try to make quick work of Carter Johnson. He's going to go down to the inside. Turn 3, side by side for the lead. And up into the outside wall, Carter Johnson with a Darlington stripe. Now he's going to get passed by Wisniewski out of turn number 4. But the battle for the lead heating up. Daniel Eberhardt not letting DeMarchant pull away as much as he did last time. Getting that wide angle up onto the outside and down in the corner. DeMarchant up into the outside wall. Here comes Eberhardt to the outside. That's not really the preferred group to pass on the outside in turn 3, but he's going to try it. If he can make it stick, he's going to have it, and around the outside. Power move. The number 9, Daniel E. Eberhardt with the lead here. New leader, lap number 18. Wow, what a move right there. Seth DeMarchant was stuck on the inside, and Daniel Eberhardt just said, hey, this lead is mine. Kept in the throttle. I assume if both of them would have had that same idea, that there probably would have been 2 ranked race cars out of turn number 4, but new leader, Daniel Eberhardt in the number 9, Seth DeMarchant behind him. So just like we were before the caution, before the break, 1 and 2 now reversed as your top 2 leaders now get split up. Teddy Wisniewski, he's running back in 3rd. The battle for 4th now between the 2 of Ken Baum Jr. and Darren Sizemore. Give it to Baum out of turn number 4. Sizemore back to 5th and falling under pressure from the 23 of Donald King. Remember, we are going 100 laps here tonight at Darlington Raceway. King now, he's going to look down to the inside. That car, that number 23, not really sealed off onto the racetrack when he goes into the corner as well as he'd probably like it, possibly fighting a push-loose condition there. As you can see, he really can't get on the throttle, and when he does, he slides up, gets a little loose off of the corner. So that crew going to have to go to work on the number 23 of Don King to get him back up to speed. And behind him, still battling hard, series administrator Ryan Eckstein in that number 22, the All-Pro Racing sponsored machine. Looking good as now they're going to work their way around the 2 of Ken Baum Jr. Looks like some problems with him, got him loose out of the corner, and that's probably one of the best painted cars here tonight. That number 2 car, absolutely a fantastically painted car, and I'm a stickler for good-looking cars, and that number 2 is on it tonight, although not in the position he wants to be currently in the 5th spot, or excuse me, the 7th spot, as he was past that last lap, and the scoring did not refresh. Behind them, Damon Gilbert. Carl Burke, remember, he did not hit that last time, started on the front row, and in 2 laps, those old tires kicked in, and he's back into the 9th spot. Trevor Azarnoff behind him in 10th. Christopher Mattis just passed 3 different cars. He's up into the 11th spot. Matthew Quick in 12th. Carter Johnson, that early leader, he's got some heavy left side damage. He did not pit and he just got loose again out of turn number 4. So Carter Johnson, some serious trouble with that number 4. He is back in the last place right now with some heavy damage. As we went through the field right there, back up towards the front. The lead is shrinking. DeMarchant back up on the wheel and on the back bumper of Eberhardt. He's now about 2 car lengths away from the lead as he barely scraped that outside wall that last time. And as you see, when he goes down into the corner, the front of that car sitting right down, he's able to get through turns 1 and 2 really, really good. Well, so is Eberhardt. That's your top 2 right now, battling for that spot. 25 laps in the book. Quarter of the way done here tonight on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. The bi-weekly 50-50 series All-Star race. And as we talked about that, here goes Eberhardt up on the outside wall, sideways, and he's going to spin down the front stretch, not hit anything, and he's going to try to keep going. No, he's going to come to a stop, and the yellow flag comes out. Caution, lap number 25, coming to 26. And we're going to get a replay queued up for you, showing you exactly what went down as we were talking about them battling. And it looks like he just got up into the outside wall and tried to bring it off the wall a little too much. Got sideways, tried to save it, dirt tracked it, and around she went. An amazing save there. The Good Hands award of the race so far to the number 9 of Daniel E. Eberhardt. As you can see it on the IRTVO replay. Inside, outside with the wheel on the brake, off the brake, on the gas. And he saved it. The only damage on that car from getting into the outside wall. Could have been a whole lot worse, and kudos to those drivers who were able to avoid him. Now he's going to get caught up. He will definitely see pit road, and so will the rest of our leaders now. Seth D. Merchant down on pit road. Followed behind him, second place, Teddy Wisniewski. And a couple drivers did stay out. The 54, Greg Webb stayed out. The 27, Christopher Mattis stayed out. Trevor Asronoff stayed out as well. So we're going to see how that shakes things up here. Greg Webb currently 2 laps down, so he's going to get the wave around for one of his laps. And down and away, DeMarchant going to take the lead off of pit road again. Followed by Teddy Wisniewski. Ryan Eckstein making a little move there, moving and shaking on pit road. Ken Baum, Donald King are going to come out as your top 5. So as these drivers get set back up again, we're going to take this time to take a quick break. This is the All Pro Broadcasting Network live from Darlington Raceway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
We're back live at Darlington Raceway for the All Pro Racing Bi-Weekly 50-50 Series All-Star Race. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Christopher Mattis going to get back on the lead lap. Daniel Eberhardt still coming back down pit road. Carter Johnson got his car fixed back up, and we're going to give it another run here to see how we can do it. Down the back stretch now, coming to turn number 3. Getting ready to drop the green flag for lap number 30. So this is the bi-weekly 50-50 series, the All-Star race every other week. That's why they call it the bi-weekly series. We'll run the Cup cars here live on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. And then every Monday night, the Dan's Heating Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. So we're always racing over here. We're always having a good time. DeMarchant going to get that big run again this time. As soon as pace car goes in, he's down and away. And he's going to get the big start over Wisniewski. Baum going to be back there in third. And Ryan Eckstein in the 4th position now as everyone gets single file. Going to keep an eye on Daniel E. Eberhardt, see how fast he can work back up through the field after being the cause of that last caution with some of that damage. He's going to be very careful getting through some of these slower cars. I figured we'd see a little bit more out of Baum. He won that race earlier and has kind of just been chilling back there in the top 5. Hasn't really made a run at the lead. He's currently looking to possibly make his way around Teddy Wisniewski. Baum currently in the 3rd spot, setting Wisniewski up for a possible run for that 2nd spot here in just a moment. But everyone really single file. What you see is what you get right now. Wisniewski talking now on the radio, letting Baum know if he wants by, he can go ahead and take that spot. And as we say that, he goes up, kisses the outside wall. And so we'll see how that works out now behind them. Battle seating up Sizemore on the outside. Here comes Ryan Eckstein down to the inside, and the yellow flag comes out. And it looks like the 4-car again involved. Carter Johnson possibly getting loose out of turn number 4 and smoking the outside retaining wall. Carter Johnson in the number 4. Going to pull up a replay here for you, the IRTVO replay. And the front end of that car was already beat in, and now the back end of the car is beat in. Keep an eye on Carter Johnson right now. Seeing if he, and look, goes up. It's the outside wall. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's not good. Oh, he's bad. Jimmy Johnson it into the outside wall. Tough break for the number 4 car. And Carl Burke has taken his car officially behind the wall. And I don't think that we're going to see any of these leaders come in up front, maybe some guys in the back. Let's see who we got on pit road. Looks like Christopher Mattis going to make his way down pit road as well as Matthew Quigg, Damon Gilbert, Darren Sizemore, and that's about it. So Sizemore leading the field down pit road. He's going to get some tires changed and some chassis adjustments to that number 97 car and be back underway. I'm going to go ahead and thank the sponsors of tonight's race. This race would not be possible without Over the Top Designs and Paints. Thank you, Mr. John Hendrick. Over the Top Designs and Paints. Find him on Facebook. Find him on the iRacing forums. And Apache Graphics and Race Designs. All the overlays you see here tonight brought to you by Apache Graphics and Race Designs. And also in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, you can see Michelangelo's painting. If you need some painting done in the Arizona area, go ahead, give him a call. You see the number up there, 480-510-5388. Michelangelo's painting. Anything you need done, from a small birdhouse to a large skyscraper, I think they can handle it. So pace lights are still on here. We're getting the field back set again, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages don't go away. This is the All Pro Broadcasting Network live from Darlington Raceway. And we're back live. Seth the Merchant, Teddy Wisniewski, Ken Baum, Ryan Eckstein, your top four as we head to turn number 4. The pace car is going to make that hard left-hand turn, and I think Wisniewski is going to be on top of his game here to the starts that the Merchant has been doing. The Merchant not going yet. He's changing it up. He's changing up, possibly going, and there he goes. He went on green this time, and Wisniewski spun the tires. Almost got up into the outside wall. And the Merchant again with a big lead into turn number 1. Battle back here for the 4th and 5th spot. Eckstein is going to get it passed by Daniel Eberhardt. And Daniel Eberhardt, the only one that can keep pace with Seth the Merchant right now. He was involved in that accident. Now coming back up through the field, setting his sights on 3rd place, Ken Baum Jr. Eberhardt trying to be patient, but trying to make his way back up through the field. Trevor Azranoff has been on pit road now for a couple of laps. He's getting some stuff fixed in that number 7, possibly going to be back out there for all you Azranoff fans. Currently sitting in the 13th spot on pit road. Don King now getting past for that 5th spot. Darren Sizemore going to take the spot away, and now here comes Carter Johnson. He's going to try to get under King. King up into the outside wall a little bit. Carter Johnson overreacted maybe just a little bit right there, almost caused an accident, but everything under control right now. That car just looking really, really fishy out there, that number 4, but he's doing a great job handling it. He's going to go down to the inside, take that spot from Don King. King going to fall back into the 7th spot and move Carter Johnson up into 6th. So it's definitely looking better than it was. As I say that, he gets way loose out of the corner, down to the inside wall, back up to the outside wall. Carter Johnson using all of the racetrack here tonight. Don King now under pressure from the 27. And there's contact, and around goes the 27, but he saves it. Christopher Mattis, the rear end ripped off of that car, but he's able to save it as it looks like that Damon Gilbert got into the back of him after he got loose. Because when he got loose, he slammed on the brakes to try to save it, and Gilbert got into the back of him possibly. And they almost wrecked, but they didn't. And here we are again. And guess what? We said we keep an eye on Daniel Eberhardt, one of the fastest drivers out there tonight. All the way to the back, now all the way back up into the 2nd spot. This race, if nothing happens to these top 2, this is going to come down a race between the Merchant and Eberhardt, as the last lap for Daniel Eberhardt was 28.677, 28.508 for the Merchant. And now 28.564 for Eberhardt. So they're all basically running the same speed, the top 2, but everyone else is a couple tenths off of the pace of these drivers, bringing their A game tonight. Carter Johnson, again, I just went back to look at him real quick, and he's getting loose off of the corners and heading down almost directly to the inside wall and then bringing it back up by the racetrack and still running fast lap times. So they got a powerhouse under that hood. If he could just get the handling of that car to do what he wants a little bit better, so you can look and see that number 4 moving up into the top 3 here very soon. So that's a good corner he had right there off of turn number 2. So maybe just getting a feel for the old girl, getting a feel for the track. He's reeling in Ryan Eckstein right now, who's directly in front of him. That is the battle for 4th and 5th, and Eckstein got up into the outside wall just a little bit and allowed Johnson to close in that last time. And Johnson's really good here in turns 1 and 2 until he gets to about right here. And nope, that was the 2nd lap in a row. He's done real good there. So you know what? I spoke about him, and now he's got that corner down pat. Both of them are about the same speed through here. So good battle shaping up back there for the 4th and 5th spot. That's really the only battle on the track right now. Yellow flag is out. And it looks like Darren Sizemore in the number 97 is around on the front straightaway. It's like he just got loose out of turn number 4, overcorrected, and went for a spin. No real contact there, but the yellow flag does fly here at Darlington Raceway. Being a replay queued up here for you, the IRTVO replay, going to show you how Darren just got loose. Looks like he got loose twice and overcorrected, and that's all she wrote. Backward spin down the front straightaway across the start finish line. Almost hitting the inside wall, but lifting off of the brakes. And another good piece of driving there to save that car by Darren Sizemore. Leaders are coming down pit road. Going to be halfway in a couple laps. We are almost there, boys. Almost there. Come on. Get some green flag racing in here. The Merchant hasn't made any changes to his car at all night. And Eberhard behind him. Both of those drivers just 4 tires and fuel. And Martian's going to be down and away. Ken Baum stayed out, possibly to lead a lap. Teddy Wisniewski going to be in third. Eberhard, he's having some trouble on pit road. Looks like possibly a speeding penalty. So put the number 9 back to the back of the pack again, as he's having some trouble right there out of pit road. He's going to go to the back of the pack, and we're going to see if Baum decides to pit. If he pits this time, then nope, he's going to stay out. So new leader, the number 2 of Ken Baum Jr. No, I'm sorry. Hey, I did it again. I did it again. I looked at the car number, and I'm like, oh, he's in second. He's going to be in first. No, he is 1 lap down. He is going to be the wave round. This is the second week in a row that this has happened. And I think it's because that, I don't think Michael's feeding us good enough up here in the booth. We need something besides nachos and Butterfingers up here. I'm going to ask for some pizza or hoagie or some meatballs and lasagna. I don't know. We'll see. But Marchant is going to be your leader. He is going to be your leader. Baum is going to be the wave around car. Let's talk to someone. I mean, race has been pretty standard, pretty boring so far. Not a lot of passing, but it is what it is. It's the product of the racing. So we're under this caution flag. Let's grab someone new that we haven't talked to in a while. I don't think we've ever talked to this driver. Carter Johnson, this is DJ up in the broadcast booth. How you doing, bud?
Hanging in there, I can't complain.
Hey, we've been watching you here tonight. Well, you're getting the green next time by, so we'll talk quick. Been watching you here tonight. It seems like the car hasn't been handling too well, but it seems to be coming to you. What's going on? Yeah,
the first 50 laps here, it's been a little loose on me, but the crew chief above the box, he's made some tire pressure adjustments, so I'm hoping in this next half of the race that we're going to be able to get up there and challenge for the lead. I know we were quicker than what we've shown, so I'm really hoping that we can turn around.
Awesome to hear. Well, good luck to you the rest of the race. Hope to see you in victory lane later on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys have fun up there.
Thanks, Carter. All right, we'd like to talk to Carter some more, maybe new driver Trevor Aswar, but we're going to go green this time and hopefully stay there until the end of the race, when we can actually, relax a little bit, take a deep breath, and talk to some drivers without racing going on in victory lane. Who's it going to be? Well, stay tuned. We're going to find out momentarily. When I say momentarily, I mean about 48 laps, but they go by quick. If we can stay green, about 20 minutes. Green flag's out. The Marchant going to take the lead again with a big run. Wisniewski going to fall back into second, and they all form single file as we hit turn number 1. Now we talked to Carter, and hopefully we didn't make him too nervous because we told him we were watching him, and we can make his way back up here. They said he's faster than he's been showing, so let's see how that number 4 car progresses up through the field. Everyone's single file right now. Don King letting Daniel Eberhardt know he can go ahead and pass by. The number 9 car going to be on a tear now after that last speeding penalty. He is currently up into the 7th position and set his sights on Carter Johnson. And we got a driver loose right up in front of us. Number 97, Sizemore again. They're going to go 3 wide. Carter to the inside, Sizemore through the middle. Or no, that's Eberhardt through the middle, and Carter Johnson, a smart move there, and backs out of that as Eberhardt going to take 2 for 1 and move up into the 5th spot. So he was on a roll, but some smart driving there from the 4 of Carter Johnson. Sizemore getting loose out of turn number 4 and able to collect it up without spinning. But that allowed Daniel Eberhardt to make the big run and set his sights on Ryan Eckstein. Teddy Wisniewski, the Marchant, he's checked out. He's in his own area code right now. Ken Baum, after getting the white round, he's back up into the 10th spot. Christopher Mattis' car is back out there. Matthew Quick is back out there as well. Trevor Asranoff, he's sitting down there on pit road. I do believe that he's possibly just waiting it out here. The car too damaged. The crew still trying to fix that, but he's about 30 laps down now. So probably just sitting in there, eating some ice cream, having a good time, as Greg Webb now is being reported as out of this race. And looking at Carter Johnson again, and he hits the outside wall and gets sideways, saves it. The number 4 car, we were just going around the horn here, checking on some drivers, and our cameras happened to land on the number, and he slammed the outside wall hard and got sideways and didn't spin or anything, made a nice save, but some heavy damage to the number 4 car of Carter Johnson, who's now going to fall back into the clutches of the number 23 of Don King as Johnson goes up, hits the wall again. Let's allow Ken Baum and Don King to reel him in. Still green flag, about 42 minutes into this event. If you remember the last couple of races, we've had some time issues. Race officials tonight made extra sure. We got about a 4-hour time limit going on now, so we are definitely going to be good here tonight, not running into that situation again. I tell you, it was exciting though. No one knew whether we were going to go green, when the race was going to end. That was the first time I've ever witnessed that situation, and there it was. So, battle back here again, 6th position. Don King going to go down to the inside. He slides up, gets into Carter Johnson, who gets sideways and goes up and hits the number 68 of Damon Gilbert and comes to a stop in turns 1 and 2. He's out of the racing groove, so no caution. Now he's going to back up into the racing groove, and now he's going to pull away, knowing that there is no chance for a caution to come out. And he's going to go slow down through the corner here, but looks like possibly got tagged by Don King just a little bit. We're going to see the replay. Yeah, and you see Don King, he just went in a little too low and was not able to get that car turned properly. And when he shot up the track, he got into Carter Johnson, and around Johnson went. He's going to take that car back down to pit road to the attention of his crew and use his reset. Damon Gilbert, who's involved in that, his motor actually imploded after being hit by Carter Johnson, who was sent spinning off of the front nose of Don King. He's taken his car behind the wall and Johnson slowly, ever so slowly, bringing his car down pit road. He's going to go about 2 laps down now. I'm not sure if he has any resets left. There are allowed 1 free reset. So we're going to see if his car can be repaired or not, but he is multiple laps down, so I don't know if they're even going to attempt it. And he's trying to get into his pit box there. And here comes Don King in as well in front of him. And no resets left for Carter Johnson, so he is going to be, unfortunately, out of this race. Don King on pit road as well. And now they're Don King, I'm sorry, that wasn't Don. Don was on the track. That was another driver on pit road, and now some words being exchanged between Carter Johnson and Don King, and everything seems to be fine now. And we'll be back underway. Well, we were always underway, but no action going on the track right now. Everyone's single file, so we took a little bit of extra time to explain what happened there, and you saw it on the replay. And update you where everyone is currently running. The 32, as said before, is still in the lead. Seth the Merchant, he's about 8 seconds ahead of Ryan Eckstein, who is in a battle for the second spot with a 9 of Daniel Eberhardt. And they're about 2 seconds ahead of Darren Sizemore, who's 10 seconds back in the lead, and then another 6 seconds back to Don King, and then another 8 or 9 seconds back to Christopher Madison, Matthew Quick, the last cars on the lead lap. Ken Baum showing 1 lap down, 2 laps down are Teddy Wisniewski. Carter Johnson now 5 laps down, and Dan Gilbert 6 laps down, and those cars are officially out of the race. So here's the battle for second. Eberhardt going to go down to the inside. Ryan Eckstein giving him a lot of room. And again, it is the Merchant and Eberhardt show here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. $60 to the winner. The bi-weekly 50-50 Series All-Star race happening right now. Coming down to complete lap number 68. And about 32 or so laps left around here. And Seth the Merchant is just thinking, man, this is too easy right now, too easy. So if it's his race to lose right now, and I don't think that he's going to have to pit again, but he is in a lot of lap traffic, working on Matthew Quick right now. Teddy Wisniewski behind him as well. Those are all lapped vehicles. The Merchant, he's going to go down to the inside and make quick work of Matthew Quick. And Wisniewski going to follow in behind as well. Wisniewski, he was the driver that I was mistaken for Don King, who was on pit road. The 23 and the 25 kind of blended together there a little bit, and the 25 has new tires, so he's able to get back up there and stay on the back of the leader, who's now caught the number 27 of Christopher Mattis, and going to go ahead and put him 1 lap down. So he is lapped up to the 4th place right now. 4th place, last car on the lead lap, making quick work of this field. Darren Sizemore on pit road. Some changes and tires going to go on with him. He's being shown 2 laps down, so no harm in hitting pit road. Daniel Eberhardt in the 2nd spot. He's put about 1.25 seconds on Ryan Eckstein as his quest to reel in Seth the Merchant continues. Currently being shown 8.403 seconds behind him. I want to let you know, if you're listening out here tonight on Twitch TV, you can log into the chat and chat with us all night. And it looks like the 4th car of Carter Johnson is back out onto the racetrack, albeit 9 laps down. He's heavily damaged. Just taking some time to get back around the track here, try to gain a couple positions if possible. like I said, you log into the chat. You can chat with us here all night while we're on the air. And don't forget to join us tomorrow night. A full field of trucks tomorrow night at the California Speedway, Fontana. Always fun. Always fun. And we'll be there. The points battle coming down to the end between Garrett Smithley and Logan Clampett. The Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series live tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time here. Still watching Carter Johnson out there. Not sure, you know, this is if he's waiting for Don King, if he's not waiting for Don King, you know, we're not sure. I don't know Carter. This is the first time I've seen him race with us, so, you know, we got to find some action going on out here because it's all single file and it's been the Seth and Merchant show, so we'll see. We'll see. Is he waiting for Don King? And here comes Don King behind him and runs up onto the back bumper. And, well, I don't know if he was just going out there to say hi to him, but as soon as Don King got around him, he pulls it down and he is going to take it behind the wall. So, Carter Johnson maybe just wanted to frighten Don King a little bit, say, hey, I'm here, but I didn't wreck you. So, anyway, hey, that's our excitement for tonight. Don King and Carter Johnson getting into it just a little bit. So, Daniel Eberhardt has gained about 1/10 of a second. That's not going to do it. As we're coming down to 25 laps to go, now he gains 2/10 of a second, and that's not going to do it either. So Seth the Merchant can basically coast home from here, as he's now going to work his way up to Don King. And now the Merchant going to hit pit road. The Merchant going to hit pit road. It's going to be his final pit stop for tonight. The longest green flag run that we've had all night. The Merchant now going to hit pit road for fuel and tires. That's going to allow Matthew Quick and a couple other drivers to get back onto the lead lap. Daniel Eberhardt, now your new leader. Eckstein going to move up into the second spot, but the longer they wait to pit, the bigger advantage the Merchant's going to have. Even though they're in the lead right now, those new tires are going to let him gain a lot of positions. Yellow flag is out. As, oh no, it looks like Matthew Quick and Daniel Eberhardt involved in a huge accident. Eberhardt with the whole front end tore off of his car, and it looks like that Matthew Quick just got into the outside wall as Eberhardt was trying to lap him and came down and shot him into the inside wall. And I do believe that that is going to end the race for the number 9 of Daniel Eberhardt. So he's going to make his way down to pit road, and we're going to see if he does have a reset available. And it doesn't look like it. He does not have a reset available, but he's going to get some of the damage fixed and try to get back out onto the racetrack. And some words being exchanged right now for race control. So that's going to put, well, Ryan Eckstein, okay, so the Merchant was on pit road when the yellow came out, so he's going to be able to get his position back after everyone else pits. I do believe. I've been wrong a million times before on how this all works, so we're going to see exactly what's going on.
Hey, well, I got a chance, buddy. I'm going to key up real quick live, and thank you for all the great work you've been doing out here at All Pro Racing, DJ.
Definitely, we appreciate you, Michael, and everything that you guys do here at the All Pro Broadcasting Network and All Pro Racing. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Tonight's been a little slow, been a little boring, you know, but hey, that's the nature of the beast. You can't always have exciting races, but you know what? Now that I say that, we got a caution with 20 to go, and it's going to be exciting at the end. You just have to get through the fluff to get to the meat of the race, and we're going to have it here. Series official Ryan Eckstein currently being shown as the leader according to scoring, but that might change So we're going to see how that works out. As a couple drivers who did not pit, a couple drivers are a lap down. So while that all works out, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, get ourselves a drink, catch our breath. We'll be back here in just a minute. This is the All Pro Broadcasting Network live from Darlington Raceway. Alright, we're back live, and the scoring, it says that Ryan Eckstein's the leader, and he is on the racetrack, but behind them, it's a crapshoot. Seth, the Merchant, being shown in third, but he's going to make quick work to the outside around Christopher Mattis. So Eckstein is your leader, the Merchant in second. Here comes the 25 Wisniewski. He's going to get around into third, and Ken Baum back on the lead lap in the fifth spot. But the battle for the lead is going to be heating up. Actually, Ken Baum, I'm sorry, 2 laps down in 6th. Don King, last car on the lead lap in 5th spot. So battle for the lead now, down into turn number 1. The Merchant going to make the quick dodge bomb move to the inside, but Eckstein not going to give up. He wants to show that he's got a powerhouse of a car, and he pushes it around the outside. He's going to maintain the lead out of turn number 2. And Ryan Eckstein showing some power right there. Series Administrator Ryan Eckstein. I love saying that name. It just flows, man. It flows. Series Administrator Ryan Eckstein. That's what he's going to be known by for the rest of my career here at the All Pro Broadcasting Network. There is going to be no Mr. Eckstein. There is going to be no Ryan. Series Administrator Ryan Eckstein. In a battle with the target sponsor number 32 of Seth DeMerchant. And we're keeping an eye on them as we're coming down to hammer time, boys. Hammer time. Hopefully not car hammer time. But this is getting exciting now. Eckstein gets into the outside wall just a little bit. So does the Merchant. So maybe being in some dirty air right there. Not where exactly he needs to be. Daniel E. Eberhard, Darren Sizemore, and Matthew Quick are officially retired from this race. So attrition, we knew attrition would be a factor, and here we are, and Eckstein up into the outside wall. He's riding around, and he's trying to hold on to it as he hits the wall again and again and again, and that's all she wrote. The Merchant gets around, and he's going to set sail, and, you know, Eckstein's only hope was to keep him around, keep him behind him, and in that dirty air, in that defensive line. But now that the Merchant has made that move up towards the front, I do not see anybody catching him. A random failure maybe, or a mess-up on his part. So we keep you running through the field. Wisniewski there in third, Don King in fourth, Christopher Mattis in fifth, and those are the only cars left on the racetrack. Everybody that is 1 lap down, well, Kenny Baum, he's 3 laps down in the 6th position now. He is on pit road, but just the top 5 up there currently on the racetrack. So again, watching DeMerchant and everybody else. Got a dog up here in the booth growling into the microphone, apparently. We have to let them out soon. But Eckstein still getting sideways off of the corner, not able to catch DeMerchant. Now we have another driver on pit road. That's going to be the 25 of Teddy Wisniewski coming down, going to fix a little bit of damage, and now he is going to take his car behind the wall. So we started with 15, and how many cars left running on the racetrack right now? 4. 4 cars left on the track to battle it out for the win, and it's not really a battle because DeMerchant is about a second faster than everybody out there right now. So for the next 10 or 11 laps, ladies and gentlemen, we will enjoy the beautiful colors of that number 32 Axe Coca-Cola Target-sponsored machine. Get around that track, beautiful, on a rail right now. Eckstein trying all he can to catch him, but there's just not enough left in that number 22 to get back up to the front. Don King now keeping his nose clean tonight. Well, I spoke a little too soon. There's not a lot of damage on that car. He was involved earlier with an accident, getting into the back of Carter Johnson, but he's been clean ever since then and has stayed out of the incidents and is up into the 3rd spot. Christopher Mattis, who, by the way, I'm told is a respiratory therapist. So anybody out there with some breathing issues or anybody wants to talk, and I could be wrong, it could be another Christopher, maybe I'm just making things up in my mind, which has happened before, but I do believe Christopher Mattis is a respiratory therapist, so a little background about him. He's running in the 4th spot. So I'll just show you how fast DeMerchant is. His last lap was a 28.677. Last lap for Eckstein, 29.106, about 0.6 faster. And then a 29.5 for Christopher Mattis. So this is definitely Seth DeMerchant's race to lose right now. Coming down to complete lap number 92, start 93, 8 laps left. 100 laps. You are watching the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. This is the bi-weekly 50-50 Series All-Star Race. And we are live on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. I am BJ Line along with Michael D'Amico. If you were here earlier with us, you saw one of our other broadcasters, Dustin Caldwell, who was calling the qualifying races to get into this race tonight. So Seth DeMerchant, he sees that $60 up for grabs, and he's going to take it. That's a new pair of shoes, baby, unless you like them Jordans or Kobe's or LeBron's or... I mean, I don't really name my shoes. If they're comfortable and they look halfway decent, I'll buy a $10 pair of Walmart shoes. It does not matter to me. Shoes were meant to be walked on and to be comfortable, to protect your feet, not to make you look good. That's all I'm going to say. Probably going to get a little backlash from that. Doesn't matter. So we don't really have any crank it up graphics, but I'm going to have Michael go into an in-car view here with Seth DeMerchant and ride around with him and just see the line he takes and the lifting points and the throttle points. So go for a lap around Darlington Raceway with Seth DeMerchant. Smooth as can be. Smooth as can be for Seth the Merchant. So absolutely the class of the field tonight. He has opened up a 7-second lead over Ryan Eckstein. Don King 13.9 seconds back. Christopher Mattis 21.6 seconds back. And now 22 and a half at risk of going one lap down. What an astronomical feat. Can Seth the Merchant lap up to the third spot here? We're going to see if he can do it. So 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go this time. Coming to 2 laps to go, rather. We're still on 2.5 right now. So $60 up for grabs if Seth the Merchant can make it 2 more laps without wrecking the car, without getting sideways, or doing anything he can. And one heck of a shout out to Ryan Eckstein for putting up the fight that he did before getting into that outside wall. Eckstein definitely gave it all he had tonight, and he's going to come home with a respectable second place finish. But out of turn 4, the white flag is going to wave 1 more lap for the number 32 of Seth the Merchant. Good clean turns 1 and 2, the long sweeping corners here at Darlington Raceway. Now down the backstretch into the tight turns of 3 and 4. Up at the top of the racetrack, and for the final time tonight out of turn 4, Seth the Merchant is going to be the winner of the 2015 bi-weekly 50/50 Series All-Star Race. $60 richer. And Ryan Eckstein going to come home in second. Hard-fought second place for him. And Don King going to be in the 3rd spot. Christopher Mattis in 4th. Teddy Wisniewski in 5th. 6th place going to go to Ken Baum Jr. 7th to Matthew Quick. 8th place, tough break, fast, one of the fastest cars tonight, Daniel E. Eberhardt in the number 9. He's going to be in the 8th position. 9th going to go to Darren Sizemore. 10th to the new driver Carter Johnson. 11th going to go to Damon Gilbert. 12th to Greg Webb. Trevin Aswarnoth in the number 7 going to come home in 13th, and 14th going to go to veteran driver, the number 53 of Carl Bark. So your winner tonight, Seth the Merchant, and we're going to get a victory interview with him as he's parked on the front straightaway. So give us just a minute, we'll get him dialed up as we walk down to victory lane. Okay, well, we were going to talk to him on the race chat. We were going to talk to him on the race chat, but we're going to now get him here in TeamSpeak. Okay, Seth, we got you now here. Had a little mix-up there. Didn't see you on here, but we're going to go ahead and talk to you through our TeamSpeak server. How did that work out for you here tonight? Battling hard with the number 9 earlier, and then he was involved in an accident and had to work through all that lap traffic. Talk to us about how your plan unfolded here tonight.
It worked pretty good. The car was really loose at the beginning, so made a bunch of adjustments on the tire pressure, the wedge, and I thought Daniel had something for me there, but he got wrecked up there at the end.
Yeah, definitely. What are you going to do with your $60? Your $60 richer. Are you going to spend it on some computer upgrades? Are you going to go buy a couple double cheeseburgers? I mean, everybody has their thing. What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to buy an icing year because they're on sale right now, and I need it. So.
Hey, that's always smart. You know, leave it to the professional sim racer to want to upgrade the iRacing subscription. Leave it to me to think about a double cheeseburger. Seth, congratulations on the win. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to here tonight before we let you go?
Definitely the All-Pro guys for putting this on. Austin Atkinson for being my spotter. You guys for broadcasting. It's really cool, so thanks.
Awesome. We appreciate it, Seth. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks, man.
All right, making our way, we made our way out of the broadcast booth and down into the second place pit. Ryan Eckstein. Ryan, you were giving Seth a battle for the top spot there, and then you got into the outside wall and let him get around you. Tell us about your race. Avoided all the accidents. Pretty quick tonight. Came home with a respectable second.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That Darlington stripe, man, I tell you, it was happened early in the race and basically all the way through. But I used my last reset there with that last pit stop we had. Something bad happened, shook everybody up, so I ended up with the lead, surprisingly. And after that, I didn't think I had anything for Seth, and I hit up, like you said, hitting the wall again, and he got by me, so that's how it went for me.
Well, it's Ryan Eckstein enjoying a post-race snack here, making all of us hungry up here in the booth. Ryan, the series that you put on, I mean, let's get a little serious here and talk about this. It hasn't grown to, I believe, what we all wanted it to be. It's had some great racing. We've had a lot of good drivers in it. What are the plans for the season, the rest of the season coming up? Do you see any changes coming to the bi-weekly 50-50 series?
No, not really. Just the next race is going to be probably our last tough track, and popularity probably isn't going to be that great, but I think the tracks towards the end of the season are going to be good, and I think we'll have a good turnout. It's the first year for the series, so I think maybe next year when people start hearing a little bit more about what we're doing over here at All Pro, I think it'll kick off pretty good. So we'll just get through this season and see what happens.
Absolutely, and you know, I love All Pro Racing. I love the bi-weekly series. You and Michael and Don and everyone that make this work are amazing people. I just asked because there have been some people that have been asking about it, and you know, we are new over here. So once everybody hears what's going on and what we do and what we offer, I see a lot of drivers coming into that as well. You know, we saw a huge field for Daytona, not a huge field here tonight because, you know, some people don't like Darlington. So I think you're right that the different tracks that come on board are going to fluctuate with the people, you know, how many people come in and out. But nonetheless, serious talk over. Ryan, congratulations. Second place here tonight at one of the toughest tracks, if not the toughest tracks in the game. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, DJ. Thanks a lot for you guys and Michael and everybody putting it on, and Apache Graphics, you know, my sponsors, Exelon, Nuclear, and that's what we do, man. We'll see you next time.
Sounds good, Ryan. Sounds good. Thanks again, buddy. Just going to step over here about a foot to the number 23 of Don King. Don, we started tonight off with you yelling at me because Michael couldn't find me. I was at the hot dog stand getting something to eat because that's what I like to do. Need a little nourishment for the broadcast tonight. But nonetheless, we went on the air. We had a great time, and looks like you did too, coming home in the third spot. Talk to us about that.
Oh yeah, I was actually kind of surprised my finish there. Most of the race I kind of run middle to the back there. I just tried to keep the car clean as I could. Had one small incident with a fella. I felt kind of bad about that. We kind of went into one together, and he kind of held her down, and I got into him a little bit. But we kept on going there, and like Ryan said, towards the end there, had a pretty bad incident. Took a lot of guys out, and I was fortunate to keep her clean and get her up into third spot here.
Absolutely. Well, Don, congratulations again on your third place finish. Any sponsors or anybody you'd like to give a shout out to here tonight before we head off the air?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big shout out to John Hedrick at Over the Top Paints. I'd like to give a shout out to Apache Graphics. Big shout out to All Pro Racing, and most importantly, I'd like to give a big shout out to Michelangelo's Painting for sponsoring me all these years, and hopefully many more to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don, congratulations again. Guys, you saw a great show here tonight at Darlington Raceway, the All-Pro Racing Bi-Weekly 50/50 Series All-Star Race, brought to you by Over the Top Designs and Paints and Apache Graphics and Race Designs. So for Michael D'Amico, I am DJ Lion. We'll see you here tomorrow night for the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. You don't want to miss that. California Speedway, Fontana, going to be an amazing show. So until next time, this is DJ Line reminding you to keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and always, always, always keep that hammer down. We'll see you here tomorrow night live on the All Pro Racing Network.
Started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I was.